Shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Here's the deal. I got a new promo code working with them. You'll get Tholin Foulbeard, Uugo, Tagoar, and Mausoleum Mage. They are the 3 S-tier epic champions that you'll get. Also, don't forget you can do Raid 7 to get a Pelops to go with that. He's the newest legendary champion in the newest faction. Do me a favor, click the link, get a fresh start in Raid, and we'll see you in the game. Bye! Champ training type situation. Let's get a legendary for our boy Luminology. Take 89. Because we can't get him a Lego to save his life. We are at least on 2x. I don't know where his mercy's at. We're going to stop around 2,000 or 2250 points. We shall see. 2x on the legendaries. Targeted, boosted chances. We shall see. Need slots. Sorry, we got slots. All right, 3, 2, so that was a fake out. By the way, we have 8 of these. That was a fake out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 2x. Start off with a legendary. Terror Beast. Wah, wah, wah. Lumen's never going to let me pull on this count again. I promise. I promise. Oh, God. All right, let me focus. Let me focus. Sometimes I have hope. I have hope. AKA, we pulled a hope. All right, come on. Here we go. Focus, focus, focus. Legendary old Hermit Jorag. That is not, I know, Terror Beast, worst pull. By the way, we're live on the Twitches. On the Twitches. Oh my God, that's only 1,000 points. That takes you up to 1,500. I think we got 3 more pulls, y'all. 2x is a lie. Relic Keeper. Legendary. By the way, watch this last pull be a legendary. Vogoth. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I called it. Oh, you got the 10x. You got the featured new champion. Yeah, he's the feature. I don't know how he stuns. He's got increased defense. He's a defense-based nuker. He's out of the new faction. Yeah, you got FOMO the Shepherd, because this game be giving you FOMO. By the way, you hit your 2,500 points without needing to go get your other. Yeah, this dude right here, look. 10x actually hit. Can you believe the 10x actually hit? Yeah, this is the dude. The hammer is cool on this dude, actually. I really like the hammer. He's got stuns. I guess we should talk about this champion, right? So, FOMO the Shepherd. We just nicknamed him that. FOMO the Shepherd, right? So here we go. Attacks. By the way, we're going to start from the back, right? So first of all, he's defense in all battles. So that's always really good. 30% all battles. Passive. Increase this champion's defense by 3%, stacks up to 30%, and max HP by 5%, stacks up to 50% for each stun debuff successfully landed by this champion. Allies are immune to stun debuffs while under shields placed by this champion. It's good shepherd skill. Actually calls out the good shepherd, which is the A2. So let's go to that. So allies are immune to stun. So Armand's has the stuns. All right, so you play with this dude. Active effect books down to a 3-turn cooldown. So the active effect is places an increased defense buff and a shield buff on all allies. The value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense. These buffs are protected if there are any dead allies when this skill is used. So if one of your teammates dies, buffs are protected, which is even better, can't be stripped. Then that passive kicks in over here and you can't be stunned, right? And then it says passive effect instantly activates a skill whenever an ally is killed. Instantly activate this skill, will not put it on cooldown, and will work even when this skill is on cooldown. If there are multiple champions, only one will activate. This skill will not activate on a duplicate copies of this champion. Okay, so that already is sounding crazy, right? So this dude put him in stone skin, right? He's taking turns, he's doing whatever. Someone on your team dies, he will put this up and protect the rest of your team. Then they're immune from stuns. Now let's go to the A3. Attacks one enemy, has a 75% when booked, 100% chance of placing the stun. Also goes from a 4-turn to a 3-turn cooldown. Also has a 100% chance to fully decrease the target's turn meter. If the stun debuff was successfully placed on the initial target, then attacks all enemies except for the initial target. has a 100% chance of placing a debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Also has a 75% chance of decreases all enemies' turn meters by 25%. So this dude targets someone you think you can land the stun on. You land the stun. If it's successful, it will take all of their turn meter, and then it'll attack everybody else on the team and take 25% of the turn meter and put the stun up. Again, keep in mind, this dude is gonna stack. You need 10 stuns to land to max this to 30%, 10 stuns to land for this to go to 50%. He's a defense in all aura. He's a defense up. That's absolutely insane. And then for the A1, has a 100% chance, just attacks one enemy, has 80% chance of decreasing his target's turn meter by 15%. But the one thing we need to know are the passives on this champion, right? So that's really the one thing that we don't know. All right, so this is what I love about streaming on Twitch. So Mapachi says, I don't understand why people hate him so much. He's a better version of Armand's. Puts a stun 2 turns on the champions and then the rest for 1 turn. Yeah. So the one thing I will probably say is, obviously polymorph is a bad thing in the game, but the other thing is, like, we have the wands now. So like when he goes to place the stun, I'd be curious if his passive would count if the stun gets put back on you. Do we know? Hold on, let's read. Each time a stun is successfully landed by this champion. I'd be curious if the code allows this to still stack if he stuns himself, because that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. And then, yeah, you could put him in a stun set theoretically. That would just increase his odds or have another like percentage of doing that. I don't know if I necessarily would do that, but you don't need accuracy to land the stuns if you have the stun set. So again, if you're new to this game or whatnot, gear sets, you don't need accuracy to land those. You just get the percentage to land it, 18% to land the stun, and if you take the mastery, that pumps it 5%. That also would go up. However, like this champion, and another reason why I would say he's probably not as good is if you're going up against champions with high resistance, right? Like this dude's not going to stun a Mithrala, for example, right, in arena, and or other like support champions and stuff. And you do want to build him with crit rate, crit damage, defense, and HP, and you probably want him going decently fast. And then you got to also put a bunch of accuracy on him too. So why that's another reason why this champion is probably not as well liked, is because he's very stat hungry, right? Like, let's just say you need 500 accuracy, and that's barely landing stuff, right? Like on support, you're probably not going to land on that 600-ish. You're looking at some good stuff, and he doesn't have increased accuracy. Now, maybe paired with like a Marius or something like that, you get some increased accuracy that might make that a little bit better to land. But I will say that's some of the reasons why they don't like it. A, he's susceptible to polymorph. B, he can get stunned via the wand. He's very stat hungry and also needs the accuracy too, on top of defense. I mean, you know, it depends on this dude's multipliers. Again, I don't know what that is. Do we know officially what the multipliers are on this champion? Let's go look. So I will say we don't know the multipliers on this dude, and so if he doesn't hit hard, then yeah, you want to go accuracy and speed with this dude, and then try to just, you know, crank out the other. And because he does kind of slowly buff up over time, maybe his multipliers suck. So that's one other thing to note. And then I'll also say, of all the other reasons why not to like this champion in the game, of course, the new meta, which is mercurial sets, right? So now I will say he does do damage, but he's only targeting and attacks 1 time, so he's not a multi-hitter. So multi-hitters got elevated with mercurials. You got doubles and triple hitters on the A1. In fact, I would say it would be really nice if this dude was like a double or a triple hitter. I think it would make him, I think if this A1, just a single target, was a triple hitter, he would elevate him in this meta. The problem with this meta is mercurial, and then you're not gonna be able to land the stuns, and then he's kind of ineffective, right? So those are all the reasons why not to like this champion. I do think it's an interesting kit, and I will say in Faction Wars, now again, Argonauts obviously, Faction Wars are going to come out for a little while, and we're going to get a whole lot more champions for these dudes, the Argonite faction, but he will be a monster in Argonite. All that control and being able to, you know, pick up and throw this down will be absolutely insane. And by the way, at the time of this recording, we are in the last You see my little timer is going, but the game will end for the account giveaway as well. And again, I will reemphasize the terms of services, and we will name a winner hopefully here in just a little bit. We do have to verify and make sure the terms of services were agreed upon for calling out the winner. So that being said, thank you for everybody that participated in this. Thank you for all the subscriptions, obviously, and of course the follows on Twitch as well. So much love to each and every one of y'all that participated in this, and to the lucky winner. I hope that you play this account and play this account well, and good luck to you. We'll be in touch very soon and shortly. So ladies and gentlemen, do me a huge favor. Shout out to my boy Luminology, because he let me pull shards on his account, and we just pulled him this legendary champion. So our boy Lumen, pop-ups. Hold on, holy pop-ups. 4. Can we get a 5th pop-up? All right. Shout out to my boy Luminology for creating this game, this unique giveaway, and of course, making sure it's cyber secure and all that stuff to make sure we crown the real winner. Although it's not in the middle, but that's okay. Let's go. Let's go. Boom, go Tigers. Congratulations, you are the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. And go Tigers. Go Tigers. Thank you for everybody that participated, and thanks for bearing with us as we went through and got rid of the people that scammed the system. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good day. Thank you so much. Do all the things, like, subscribe, and we'll holler at you next time. ZEROBREW in, ZEROBREW out. Shout out to the brew crew as well. Much love. Bye.
Can't you see? With my brew crew beside me, we're chasing victory.